The History of Algebra by Sadie and Sofia. Algebra is nearly 4,000 years old, and it has origins from many places throughout Eurasia, including Babylonian, Assyrian, Persian, Greek, and Roman Indian roots. To zoom in, most early algebraic developments occurred in Mesopotamia, shown here as the Fertile Crescent. The Babylonians used algebra to calculate agricultural data, specifically to calculate the amount of wheat produced in certain science fields. It's seen on VAT 8389, which has been translated to give us these two equations. X plus y equals 1800, and 2/3 x minus 1/2 y equals 500.
Aryabhata was an astronomer and mathematician, and he was very influential in the early development of algebra. He is from India in 476 to 550, and he is known as the father of algebra. His book, the Aryabhatiya of Aryabhata, is one of the earliest books in math. It was written in Sanskrit poetic verse. This book is separated into 3 sections: mathematics, reckoning of time, and the sphere. The first section contains most of the math, while the other 2 are mainly astronomy. In this book, he explains many things relating to algebra, including arithmetic, plane and spherical trigonometry, the names of the first 10 decimal places, as well as the variation of the quadratic formula used today, shown here next to today's quadratic formula, as well as the first few points of pi, shown here. Al-Khwarizmi was from Persia. He lived from 780 to 850 and wrote the book shown here, which translates to the Book of the Chosen in the calculation of algebra in the future. The word algebra from the book's title is what we derive the word algebra from. In this book, he provides methods for finding square and cubic roots, as well as formulas to find sums of arithmetic expressions and the progressions of squares and cubes. It also finds solutions to linear and quadratic equations based on geometric arguments, as well as touches on inverses, addition versus subtraction, and multiplication versus division, and common denominators for fractions. He also created the completing the square method used today in polynomials. The equation shown here as 2x plus 2 times 1x plus 4 is put on the outside of the box, and you solve 2x times 1x equals 2x squared, 2x times 4 equals 8x, 2 times 1x equals 2x, and 2 times 4 equals 8. And then you write those answers out as an equation and combine like terms to get the answer: 2x squared plus 10x plus 8. In the 10th century, mathematician Muhammad al-Khariji worked to free algebra from its geometric heritage, as well as introduced the theory of algebraic calculus.
René Descartes, in the 17th century, spent most of his adult life merging algebra and geometry, and then published a book which contained a section called La Géométrie, which introduced what has now become the standard for algebraic notation, using A, B, C for known quantities and X, Y, Z for unknown quantities. His work allows conversions of geometry to algebra and vice versa.
We chose to do the history of algebra to help us get a better understanding of algebra's roots so we can better understand its purpose.
Knowing the history and creation of algebra helps advance our understanding of algebra and how it has real-world applications.
Thanks!